This is so sick and fucking twisted! Sick and twisted!
I just quit my job because they made me mad, and honestly, I want to do music full-time anyway, so can you guys, like, blow this up so I don't look stupid and, like, maybe I can pay rent next month? I love you.
Here is a stool to sit on since you are 9 months pregnant. And Ashley is sitting on a stool and she's 8 months pregnant. Thank you, I didn't know that was an option. Are you seriously injured? Why are you sitting on a stool? I'm 9 months pregnant and it was offered to me. Well, you can't use it without a doctor's note saying you're pregnant. I go on maternity leave in 2 days. Did you think I just got fat? Can you not see? I'm pregnant. Regardless, I'm gonna need to see some papers. Ashley, did you need to provide papers? No, I did not. So since you're trying to make me prove it when you're not trying to make her, I quit. You can't quit. I just did. This is unethical. So is calling somebody in to cover a shift for you and then making them stand for 11 hours straight while they're 9 months pregnant when you could be giving them a stool. Goodbye.
I'm known as an artist on TikTok, but I'm a teacher IRL. Lately I've felt like death. I can't explain how overwhelmed I feel. I don't even have time to eat an effing cup of yogurt for lunch. They guilt us into working overtime since we work with kids. I'm so done with this.
What has your job given you instead of a raise?
Emotional damage!
I'm realizing that I haven't been on TikTok in a minute, and I have to get back to telling you all about my journey of dating. I am now 43, not 42. And I'm still single. Starting to date again, so stay tuned.
That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how.
Feminism is a scam. A few years ago, I was an angry, blue-haired feminist. I once believed that male privilege was real and that I was a victim of the wage gap. Now that I understand the true motives of feminism, I know that this could not be further from the truth, and that modern-day feminism is a war on true masculinity. Before women had the right to vote, most were stay-at-home wives, which meant they weren't working jobs and couldn't be taxed. Our overlords didn't like that. Rockefeller started funding feminist campaigns in media, and as a consequence of the movement, women started entering the workforce and leaving the home. Children would then be separated from their parents and sent to Rockefeller-funded schools to be indoctrinated by the state. All of this ultimately disrupting the family unit at its core. Feminism is defined as the belief in social, economic, and political equality of the sexes. But in the West, I must ask, what rights do men have that women don't? Modern feminists are convincing women that hookup culture, using hormonal birth control, and not shaving is liberation. That toxic masculinity is prevalent and the patriarchy must be dismantled. Through movies and media, we're taught that working for the man, climbing the corporate ladder, and paying tax is more empowering and valuable than raising the next generation. Women have lost touch with our natural loving instincts, and birth rates are plummeting. Men and women are not the same. And by protesting for equality of outcome rather than opportunity, feminists are demonizing and emasculating men.
Guess what? All these bullshit don't work. If you dream of quitting your job or building your own business, but you've got no idea how to make it reality, then listen up. All businesses require some trade-off of time versus investment, but seriously, the trade-off of time and filling out surveys and the like is seriously not worth it. Trust me, I've been there. It's not going to set you free. If you want to know how I escaped my toxic job and set up my own business, then follow along with me. If you're serious about changing your life and you want to copy me and build a side hustle to replace your full-time income, hit the link in my bio and let's go!
Look, a fairy!
Oh, sorry, dude. I killed that fairy. Oh. If I were a rich man.
Hooters gave me this today. Pretty much an updated rulebook, and I'm gonna go over some of the stuff in it with you guys. Makeup is not optional. You must come to work photo shoot ready. Hair must be natural colors and blended naturally. If you have blonde hair, no black highlights. No peeling or chip nail polish. No jewels, glitter, or nail art. Guess I'm taking these off. In some states, no nail polish or nails can be worn. None of these piercings. Tattoos must be covered. If you choose to get a piercing or tattoo during your employment, you will not be able to work until it's covered or removed. You can only use these brands of makeup. You must appear to live a healthy lifestyle and appears physically active, muscle tone, and carries herself upright. None of these hairstyles are allowed. You are required to smile and make eye contact. Hooters girls don't have a bad hair day or use the excuse it's the weather. Tells you how to do your makeup and how to blend it so you look like this instead of this. If anything gets on your uniform or mask, you must change immediately. You are only allowed to carry pens, lipstick, notebook, and money on you. Anything you put in your hair must be your hair color.
What's surprising is that they let a basic girl like her be a Hooters girl. I guess OnlyFans and sugar daddy websites along with social media did ruin everything. Because those attractive chicks, if they weren't married or in an LTR, would have become a Hooters girl. Now Hooters probably takes anyone like her, and I don't understand why this chick is complaining about the job requirements. Hooters has an image to uphold, which is cheerful hot women who seem kinda perfect. Let me take that back. Was. Because now it seems that they've lowered their standards. But why would they want one of their Hooters girls to have a stained t-shirt or messy hair or allow her to be a complete nuisance? It's called customer service and an experience. If she wants to look like she just rolled out of bed, she should work at a Waffle House or a diner with the rest of the double-post walls and single mothers. And this simp couldn't believe, is set beside himself, and is awestruck that Hooters would write a book to quote-unquote objectify women. The whole point of Hooters is to have hot women, and having standards isn't objectifying, it's having standards. The simp is shocked Hooters doesn't want trashy women or females that are visually HOEs. Fancy restaurants don't want them either. Chicks with piercings couldn't even be the bartender at a country club. She, like most modern women, don't want to be held accountable or have to live by standards. And this simp, mangina or male feminist, is trading his dignity for pats on the head by feminists who will never screw him. Does he really think him being a white knight will make him look like Superman to these bedwenches? And so, if that floozy doesn't like these standards, she can work somewhere else. It's that simple. But I'm sure she won't get as many simps giving her large tips as she'd get working for Hooters. Let's see the comments on this simp's page, because the original video is either deleted or private. Damn, top comment puts the simp on blast. Nuked him from outer space. Male feminist. Just say you can't get any, bro. Same shit. This is how you know the red pill and MGTOW is winning, because dudes are now fully or subconsciously aware of this, and I'm here for it. I love it when simps get called out being sellouts. Another comment. OMG, work somewhere else. Stop complaining. Free market corrects things like this. Exactly. She can get a job at Walmart and Subway is hiring. Oh, I forgot. Then she won't get any large tips from simps. Because if she worked at Hooters, she can get money for just existing. Maybe find a sugar daddy offline so there's no paper trail and she's not caught on the internet. She wants to collect the benefits of working at Hooters without the price to do so. This is just like relationships. Women want the commitment of a boyfriend without being faithful or having to cook or clean, without earning those benefits and privileges. Basically, like most modern women, the entitlement is they just want the benefits for just existing. Birdbrain comments, I doubt they pay enough to be that picky and demanding. They don't pay a lot of dumb girls to begin with, and it's because the actual waitresses requested that, as they make 90% of their money in tips, so they want the wage to be as low as possible so they can pay the least amount of taxes. This is the service industry 101. Even the country club $1,000 steakhouse waitresses work for minimum wage because they make at least $200 a night in tips. Finally, a sane comment from a woman. Disney has this and a lot of entertainment places do. Exactly. These Hooter girls aren't getting tips because they know what beer to pair with the hamburger. They're getting the tips because they're hot, and their cleavage looks like they're about to do a jailbreak out of the small white shirt. Does this dumb girl in the video know that there are standards for men too at restaurants or any other job?
You guys, I'm back in Florida, and I'm here to remind you, America is not the American dream anymore, okay? I don't think it's ever been the American dream. So I just got back from Germany, and I'm going to tell you a couple of the things that I learned while I was over there. One of the first things that I caught on to was the fact that when you're pregnant, a woman can take about a year off of work to be with her child, to raise her child. And the husband, the partner, can take 3 months off. I don't know about you guys, but you guys know that I want to be a mother. I want to have my family. So, like, that was, like, the cherry on top for me. So let's get that one out the way. And another thing, the taxes that they pay actually goes to the people. Like, their government takes care of them. I pay taxes out here and I don't see anything. Where does it go? I don't know. But it doesn't go to me, okay? I have no health insurance in America. Their fruits and vegetables are cheap. Being healthy is cheap. I want that luxury. I don't know about you guys, but I want that luxury. Also, most Germans don't work on Sundays. Also, they do not live a stressful life. Like, I don't know what it is about Germany, but people are just, like, so chill. They seem to be, like, in their soft era, where I come to, like, the United States and I feel like I'm in the hustle and bustle all over again. Like, people over there, like, they, what do you call it? They glide through life. One thing I wasn't a fan of, though, the sun goes down at 4 p.m. So the time that I was there, which was December, it was gloomy, there was rain. I didn't get to see snow, but literally I left not too long ago. I got back this morning, but there's going to be snow on Tuesday, so I missed out, but it's okay. Also, transportation, I don't really think you need a vehicle. Like, you could just, like, ride the train. I think it's pretty economic to drive the train. Plus, you can, like, actually, like, walk around. Like, it just, I don't know. I kind of like that vibe. Like, I don't really like driving. Unless it's, like, a road trip kind of vibe. But other than that, I don't care for it. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, experiencing other countries is always, like, a fun time. But just seeing the difference in care in the people and the way of living, it was quite the experience, and it just reminds me that I don't want to stay in America.
This is why modern women, especially single ones, love to raise your taxes, because they want the state to be their husband and take care of them. They want those relationship benefits without earning them, because of course when they celebrate being single and independent, it's because they want the ability to have a guy come over every day of the week. And one will know the better nor hold them accountable. Eventually, they realize that there are drawbacks being the single boss lady, independent CEO career lady. That it was fun to be that in their 20s, but now that they're getting older and the men have gone MGTOW, there's no one there to save them, and swoop them off their feet like Superman does when a woman falls off a building. Having to be held at a standard at work and do it 5 days a week. Wake up early, doing that for days, weeks, months, and years after years is soul-crushing. It makes you question what's the point of life. The SEX in the city lifestyle gets old when the Chads and Tyrones move on to the new college grads every year, and pay less and less attention to the older career women until they get too old. Then these post-wall career ladies can't even be a slum buster on a Thursday night, as Chad and Tyrone have blocked them and deleted their number already. A German actually comments, "German here, I'm stressed out, working on Sunday, taxed into oblivion, and I'm single so ain't getting maternity leave anytime soon." These feminists need to realize nothing is for free and it comes at a cost. These countries that have a massive welfare state tax their productive citizens to death. Enough so that the citizens who actually work to support the deadbeat single moms move to countries with low taxes, like Switzerland or the other small European city-states, or even parts of America like Florida. Another comment. This is how I felt in Colombia. I definitely want to leave the US ASAP. And she responds, "I know people that have left Miami behind and went to Colombia. They love it. This is why the passport bro option is one of the best. Why retire in the West when you can live like a king in a developing country? What's the point of living in Miami? You pay a mortgage amount of rent for a 1-bedroom apartment. Any female there that looks good has an entitlement complex and wants to be showered with money, dates, and gifts, and they're most likely on OnlyFans. You have to compete with the highest bidders, which are celebrities and athletes for these e-hookers. While in Colombia, you can live on a beach for less than $1,000 per month and have access to J-Lo's and Beyoncé's, who have great personalities. Another man keeps it real. Yeah, Germany, Europe, and Canada is big on childcare. How is the cost of living though? She responded and claimed, cheaper than Florida for sure. Nah, maybe cheaper than Miami, but Canada doesn't have the nice weather. You're snowed in for half the year. Parts of Europe are great, but only outside the big cities in terms of cost. If she really cared about the cost of living, why is she in Miami, one of the most expensive cities in America? Because she's probably getting the benefits of looking decent there. I would not be surprised if she's hooked up with a celebrity at their vacation house. Because she's looking at life long term. I guess she understands no one she'd want to be with will wife her up, so she's on her own, unless if she baby traps someone.
The ongoing divorce trend is proving that many women are leaving marriages without second thought. This is what is leading to many of them regretting their decisions. It's all about feelings and happiness, but not the vows themselves.
Hi, my very first video. My name's Kirsten, I'm 53, and I am in a big mess because I am moving out of my house that I've been with my husband for more than 30 years. I'm 53. I know I look 53, but that's what I am. I'm also hugely overweight because I've been miserable for so long that all I do for pleasure is have a glass of wine or have some nice food because I don't have any happiness with my husband. I got an apartment, I got a job, so I'm going to move into that apartment. It's a 1-bedroom apartment, and I have 3 daughters, but they're older, so they can come and I'll sleep on the couch. But I didn't know what else to do. That's all I can afford where I am. But I did get the apartment under my own credit. I cry a lot. I'm going to try not to. But I wonder if there's any women out there like me. At my age, I'm not expecting to be here, but being here. And I'm doing this all by myself. I haven't told my husband or my children yet. I don't know how. I think I'm just going to move in slowly, and then I'll have a place to go for when things get bad. This time I went out and I got that apartment and I got a lawyer. And it's just so scary, and it just feels like the end of everything I've ever known. I've never lived alone in my life.
She admits she's overweight, which means she's not the same woman her husband signed up to be married to, as in he doesn't want to enjoy intimacy with her. Yet, she's the miserable one? And instead of maybe getting into shape, she decides to be a glutton and get even fatter. She played stupid entitled games and found out. She got what she deserved. And when she asked if there were any women out there like her, she's so clueless because there's a whole voting base of her out there. Enough that elections can be swayed by her demographic, which is single post-wall women. When the signs of that man wanting to leave became obvious and clear, and I'm sure that man told her, lose weight or I'll leave, she should have thought about the consequences and looked around on the internet, which has a lot of post-walls crying about being single. She would have realized it's less work going to the gym and treating the man like a king, than actually going to work to pay bills and survive. Now, I don't know why she's not getting alimony. She can't get child support because the kids are grown up. But I guess the man protected his wealth in a trust or some sort, which is why she's out on her ass. Top comment said, my ex just couldn't accept a grown man playing video games. Now that she is gone, I am level 687 and the laundry, cooking, cleaning, laundry, and shopping still all gets done. I think he's referring to the reason why he got divorced. He was playing too much video games, and instead of luring him away from video games with a better time, like a great cooked meal, tons of fun in the bedroom, a back rub, his ex probably nagged him all the time and solidified his reason to escape his reality. I understand guys can get obsessive with video games, but modern women aren't helping out. And to be honest, it was her best excuse to leave. If it wasn't the video games, it would have been something else. Any excuse to go back into the streets and sleep around. That's why you shouldn't marry modern women. They're not tameable. A great comment. Can you imagine being married 30 years to this emotional roller coaster? Yeah, that's the problem these modern women have. They still act like they're 21 when they were hot and young, which was the only reason why men or a man put up with their BS. At a certain point, especially if they stop trying to look good, their looks don't justify with the headache. These women do nothing to keep the man around and are surprised that he's not around anymore. What a shocker. The very moment a man doesn't want to screw a chick, it's over. And because women in the West are entitled and self-centered, so instead of hitting the gym to stay attractive and maybe actually be a real wife or girlfriend, they'll blame and irritate him. Another comment. I got a cousin who has been married 40 years. She's talking about leaving her husband. Cousin ain't no man paying all the bills nowadays. Stay put. I hope this commenter tells the cousin the hard truth, because she's going to fall on her face. As he said, ain't no one will give her the full relationship benefits at her old age. This isn't the old days where two single people were single for a reason, as in their spouses died. So let this be a lesson to these married modern women, who are lucky MGTOW wasn't around in the 80s, 90s, or early 2000s. You better start acting like a wife and get into shape because your days are numbered.
As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.